Okay. Exposed lawn sprinkler drip lines are permitted so long as they're fastened within 12 inches. 12 inches, 12 inches, 12 inches. Exposed are also allowed if they're also allowed, however, they're exposed to more evaporation. So being exposed like this, the water gets evaporated, then you turn the lawn sprinkler system back on, it gets filled back up, does its dripping, turns off, evaporates again. So the reason why this is exposed is because we don't have wood mulch here. We don't have wood mulch here. Why don't we have wood mulch here? We have wood mulch. I got a whole conversation about wood mulch. The water's coming out of the rain gutter directly onto the ground. I would put these splash blocks there. That's what they sell them for. I don't know what they sell them for. And I don't know why the builder always insists on turning them upside down, backwards. It's like, oh, the water hits it and it fans out and it kind of radiates there. It's kind of like a little auxiliary sprinkler system. No, the block is backwards. And it did hit there, and it did fan out. You know what it did? It's coming down with too much force. All this water coming down off of the roof here. All this water coming off the roof here and here. All getting channeled into right here. Gushing out, pushes your wood mulch out, and your dirt's exposed. This tells you that this system is not working like it should. Where do termites live? In the ground. What do they eat? Dead wood. Oh. What's wood mulch? Dead wood on the ground next to your house. That's called a kaloo. Now you're not going to have any termite problems. Well, you shouldn't. Most people don't. You never say never. Okay? But termites don't usually show up until after about the first 7 years. So, but in 7 years, if you call me and you tell me that you got termites in your house next to where all this wood mulch is, I'm going to say I told you so. Then this rain gutter, okay, a couple of things with this rain gutter.
You are currently being recorded.
I'm currently being recorded. It's kind of meta, isn't it? I'm recording me being recorded. Okay, rain gutter is supposed to have a 1-inch gap so the water doesn't come back against the wall. And these are called expansion joints. And wood is acceptable as an expansion joint filler. They sell other fillers that are more expensive. Just bare minimum. Yeah, it's been treated, but in a few years, once it starts rotting, will that be termite bait? You bet it will. When it starts rotting and falling out, is it going to give the kind of support that it needs to keep, you know, the whole idea about the expansion joints allow for expansion, but it's also to provide perimeter support so it doesn't move unnecessarily. So it's got to have room to move, but it shouldn't move unnecessarily. So we got it here, and we got our rain gutter. It's coming down here, and it's just pouring right onto the wood and rotting that out. Is that system working? Because it doesn't look like it's working to me. I mean, this looks like failure in motion. Rain gutters. A tree should not be placed closer to a foundation than 25 feet to allow for the roots to grow and the branches to grow so they don't grow against your tree. Right now they're cute little kittens. When this grows up to be a big old nasty tomcat, the branches are going to be on your tree, the roots are going to be going underneath your foundation, the branches are going to be on your roof, the roots are going to be underneath your foundation. And I get it. Just look around. Everybody's got one. It's probably the homeowners association. You probably do not have a choice about the trees in your yard. But I'm here to point it out. This is where the gas enters the house. We're around the north side of the house. This faucet leaks right around here, and we got too much water pressure going to the house. We got painted brick, so what we did is we took a low to no maintenance system and turned it into a maintenance system. You be painting this every few years. They're not going to be painting theirs every few years. You're going to be painting yours every few years. Coming on along. Right in here. Let's just do this right. No, I'll do a whole separate video about that. How's this working? Because this looks like it's level to me. We got a surface drain over here. Okay, got one surface drain. What does the water do here? How come I'm seeing scalp through here? We got some pattern baldness. Is that what it is? How's our root system doing with the evaporation thing? Fireplace chimney, security lights, the neighbors, weather sensors for the lawn sprinkler system. Coming along, we've got our patio. I like to tell you what I can't see too. I wasn't here when they were building it. I don't know if there were stands, metal stands underneath the column. Just don't know. There's a gas port in case you get tired of the propane grill and you want to buy a gas grill. You could do that. This one's nice that it's on wheels. You can pull it out from underneath the cover though. Now we don't have very much siding, but we have some. And this siding is supposed to have Z-bar flashing. The top rail behind it and comes out. Then behind the casement, horizontal casement, top horizontal casement, rail, Z-bar flashing should be behind that. Come out and flip over your window. Z-bar flashing is required when you have siding. And we don't have it. Oh, we got a couple butt joints in here. Don't tell me that's a butt joint. That's just sealant, right? That's a butt joint. We should have flashing tape underneath these. That's a butt joint right there. We should have flashing tape underneath there. You know, double pane vinyl frame windows. We got continuous soffit vents around this part. Continuous soffit vents. See, I didn't see any soffit vents at the front. I didn't see any ventilation for the attic. See, I'm not seeing any ventilation up there. The only ventilation I'm seeing is over this lower attic right in here. And there's an attic vent. Okay, it helps. We've got to put this thing together. We still recording? I can't believe it. Hasn't overheated yet, and the battery's lasted. All right. This rain gutter is better than the other rain gutters because it goes down away from the house. Alright. But then this connection, they sealed this with cloth tape. You think that's going to last? It's not lasting now. Looking at failure in progress. Who thought that was a good idea? That's just ridiculous. I mean, I'm serious. Who could have thought that? But there we go. And along, bathroom vents, other vents. Okay, so the attic is ventilated except for over the garage. Is that what I'm going to find out? Why? These are called weep holes. These are necessary. Brick is porous. It's a very good building material. This structure can burn down and you can reuse the brick. But it is porous, and we know that. We build that. So we have drainage planes behind the brick. Your house is made out of wood. You got a drainage plane, and then we put the brick fascia on front. And most of the time, the only thing that comes out of here Most of the time it's only water vapor. You might have an event where water comes out. I've seen a couple. I hope you don't. Those are supposed to be there. Those are supposed to be there. And then these long right here, these are called control joints. Some people call them expansion joints. Call them what you will. But you can't have this much brick and not have movement. So every once in a while we install these control joints, just like out in the street. It allows for some movement. But this is the sealant. It gets dry and it pulls away from the brickwork. So every year or so you need to go in. This one needs to be resealed. I can't believe it. We made it around. Another expansion joint. Those weep holes are supposed to be there.